must maintain the
This is
vessel.
a test.
Welcome aboard Spaceship U. The core generator of Spaceship U is
Testing
your health,
audio.
with two parts, the physical
What are you
and the
doing?
mental. For the ship to stay functional, this generator must spin. Arriving in orbit, it starts with some momentum to keep things going at first, to afford a little time to adjust. But as with all motion, the passive forces of the universe work to slow that which is active, to bring darkness and disorder. If the core slows too much, if it all drifts too far and becomes too dark, recovery on your own is increasingly unlikely. So, how to prime the core and keep it running during this journey? The mental and physical are halves of a whole, so accelerating one accelerates the other. Each adds to the total momentum, making additional pushing easier, priming the core, creating motion, making light and order. While you could start with either side, if the core is low, prime with the physical half. It has sturdier grips. The mental half, while vital for the higher operations of the ship, is a slipperier place to start. You are on your own. Your brain and how it thinks are all you have. And brains, when dangerously apathetic or agitated, usually can't just think themselves better. Brains are complicated messes, but physical activity is simple and brings brains back to baseline. When the ship is in trouble, prime with the physical. Okay, now what? Back in the before time, you may not have noticed how much your physical environment determined what you did. The library helped you study, the office helped you work, the vacation helped you relax, the couch helped you couch. Then, as now, getting yourself to the right physical space at the right time is a big part of the job of existing. Yet, here you are, in one all room. Thus, the first task is to divide your physical space. No matter how small your vessel, there will be at least 4 sides to create 4 vital stations to operate the ship. The first is for exercise, something beyond the bare minimum to survive, so that priming the core is easier when you need to. Create this simplest station first. It doesn't need to be big, it doesn't need equipment to start, it just needs to be empty. Your communicator contains more than enough body weight exercises you can start today. From this point on, crossing this border is how you mentally and physically decide to do the exercise. Now, depending on the kind of person you are, exercise will feel like bitter medicine at first. Speaking from deep experience here. But you are on a solo mission in space. The generator your life depends on requires physical effort to operate. Exercise is non-optional. While Spaceship U is isolated, there are resupplies available. A small amount of equipment after decontamination can make a big difference. If your ship is lucky enough to have access to a biosphere, be sure to use that as well. Your exercise station is a vital part of returning better than before, whatever else might happen on this journey. The next station to create is sleep. Unlike exercise, it's not simple to just lie down and 1, 2, 3, sleep.
Yes,
To
can
help
you
the
hear
process,
me?
You create and respect,
Can you hear
even
me?
sanctify the sleep station boundaries as where you go to sleep only. If you use the sleep station to keep up with
Can
social
you
media,
hear my
watch stuff,
audio?
eat, or all at
Can
once,
you
you
hear
degrade the station,
my
degrade your
voice?
ability to sleep, degrade mission success.
Hear
Maintaining hygiene out here is
my
important, and the hygiene of the
voice.
stations is part of that, with sleep hygiene often the most difficult. Even if you respect the area, your brain may chatter away, not cooperate. You can distract it with a sleepy novel
Can you
or
hear me?
maybe a sleepy listen, but if it does not yield within 30
Can you hear me?
minutes, leave.
Can you hear me?
Try again later. This is where you go to sleep, not to linger worrying about how you can't. It will be hard at first, but
Testing.
like
1,
exercise,
2,
the
3,
more you do only the sanctified
4, 5,
activity
6,
within the sanctified borders, the more the
7,
sanctified station can help you accomplish what you want. And you must get a handle on sleep. Without the constraints of Earth, you will drift into a random sleep schedule, which will make it harder to sleep, which drains the core,
Sweet.
which makes everything else harder. Keep your sleep connected to Earth with an alarm for getting up. Again, bitter medicine, but out here, you must create your own structure to accomplish the mission. And you can set the